Just reading about this feminist that ruined her life after posting a nude man in his own home in social media. As a man who's been nude in his own home before, just, because I live alone, or do I? As a man who has been nude in his own home, does tend to sleeps nude and various other things, I'm appalled by this mildly attractive female delivering DooorDash not to my home and entering while another man was nude. In all seriousness, as a sexual assault victim myself, I hate to tell you, no, you weren't. In addition, DoorDash is not an employer. They are not your employer. If you are delivering items with DoorDash, Uber Eats, you doing any of these gig economy stuff, so you are not their employer, or they're not your employer. They're in a mutual relationship contract, which they can end at any point in time. If you even so much as waver on the side of illegality or illegal activities, they can simply say toodles, and there's nothing you can do about it. You signed an agreement, you signed an agreement, you signed an agreement. You signed a contract with them in order to deliver through their service to gain access to the monetization of your time and resources to sell through their service. You are not their employee. They're not your employer. You have no recourse. You can't do anything about it. There's nothing you can do. How do I know this? I was a part of the beta test for DoorDash. DoorDash was the first of these gig economy jobs outside of Uber. They were the first food service delivery. They were the first delivery service to exist outside of people trafficking, driving people around like Uber. I had to go through a 7-hour class on the procedures and protocols during this beta test of DoorDash outside of its home city. Technically, it was an alpha test because you could only get in if you passed the requirements for employment and if you had some kind of tech experience background and all this other stuff. The beta test came a little after they switched the system around as they updated it. But the basic principle is that, I don't know if you went through this 7-hour class where you had to sit there and listen to all their legal jargon and all that stuff, but I did. I had to go through it. When we went through and did all the promo stuff and we had to learn how everything works. A lot of ground had to be laid out and we had to do a lot of things that you probably didn't have to do to become a DoorDasher. From what I understand these days, all you have to do is take a picture of yourself, have a valid car with a valid license, registration, and valid insurance. And a whole lot of not tickets and not car visits in order to dash these days. From what I understand, that's all you have to do. You're welcome, by the way. We laid that groundwork. And they can terminate your contract at any point in time because it's not an employment contract. It is a partnership agreement that you have with the company named DoorDash. It is not employment. You are self-employed when you work for these companies, and they can terminate the contract or the agreement with you for anything. Literally anything. The only people who have illegal recourse to them are the customers at the end. If you're ordering DoorDash, or you're ordering Uber Eats or something like that, those are the only people who have any kind of real legal agreement with them. The stores that are delivering to them, not really. Not really. They have very little authority over DoorDash or Uber Eats or I know there's another one now. I just don't know the name of it. On top of like Instacart and all those, they really have no legal authority. But as a sexual assault victim, I am mildly offended that you said you were sexually assaulted. Not that you think you're, more than attractive enough to be sexually assaulted. Not saying attractive people deserve to be sexually assaulted, but that's offensive because it really does make light of people who have been sexually assaulted, such as myself. But it's not funny. Don't go around doing that. And your appointment wasn't terminated. You can go get Uber Eats or something. What the heck?